So, ja, mal gucken. Willkommen zu meiner Reaction auf die Ankündigung zu Update 48. Ich wollte heute keinen Stream anmachen, weil unter der Woche und einfach im Moment auch Arbeit. War vorhin noch draußen, musste mich ein bisschen bewegen. Ich bin ein bisschen aufgeregt, muss ich sagen, denn ne, die meisten von euch, die das Video hier gucken werden, wissen, Update 46, Einführung vom Subclassing, habe ich meine Meinung kundgetan. Ich fand es jetzt nicht, ne, gab ja Pro und Contra. Für mich haben sich aber leider halt die Kontrapunkte größtenteils bestätigt. Update 47 ist dann relativ wenig passiert. Für viele war es aber schlimm, dass was passiert ist, weil halt wieder genervt wurde, mit dem Hintergrund halt auch, dass halt das hätte schon in Update 46 direkt passieren können. Aus Sicht von vielen gibt einige Baustellen, jetzt mal unabhängig BGs, immer noch so ein Thema, kam letztes Jahr, Ende letzten Jahres groß angekündigt, seitdem wenig passiert, et cetera pp. Deswegen, ich bin sehr aufgeregt. Ich glaube zwar nicht, dass wir heute sehr viel zu diesen Themen hören werden. Es wird eher so sein: „Ja, komm, hier ist das Gebiet“ und, ne, so ein bisschen um das wird's gehen. Dann wird noch ein bisschen Mauer-Event kommen und dann wird's wahrscheinlich vorbei sein. Der große Teil wird dann halt am Montag passieren, denke ich mal, mit PTS. Ich weiß noch nix, also, ne, also, ich habe jetzt auch keine NDA oder sowas unterschrieben. Wir, so früh werden wir meistens nicht informiert. So ein 2 Tage vorher kann es passieren, dass wir mal kurz in die Patch Notes zum Teil reingucken können. Das war aber bisher noch nicht der Fall. Das heißt, ich weiß gar nichts, aber wie gesagt, ich erwarte heute auch Thema Balancing, Thema Subclassing et cetera relativ wenig. Mich würde es aber freuen, wenn das Thema angesprochen wird, proaktiv und, ne, so: „Hey, das und das ist die letzten 6 Monate passiert und wir reagieren jetzt drauf, indem wir das und das machen.“ Aber ich glaube nicht dran. Aber schauen wir mal. Schauen wir mal, äh, was jetzt in 4 Minuten gleich passiert. Bin es jetzt auch nicht gewohnt, hier zu sitzen und zu warten, dass ein Video losgeht, ohne dass ich irgendwas spielen kann, ohne alles. Aber ich wollte halt vorher schon mal ein bisschen auf den Knopf drücken und einfach mal gucken, dass ich euch mal so ein bisschen schon abhole. Äh, und, einfach so ein bisschen meine Gedankenwelt teilhaben lasse. Habe ich zwar, ich meine, ich rede ja auch oft genug im Stream drüber. Ich habe jetzt keine Angst, dass ESO irgendwie, ne, wir haben jetzt auch der neue Game Director et cetera pp. Der wird jetzt noch relativ wenig Einfluss auf das Ganze haben. Äh, Q&A, was auf Reddit war, habe ich mir tatsächlich auch noch nicht angeguckt. Das wollte ich morgen machen, damit wir am Wochenende im Stream drüber reden können und die Punkte. Was ich aber so ein bisschen rausgelesen hatte, war ist jetzt auch nichts, wo man die Mega-Antworten erwarten darf oder ich die Mega-Antworten erwarten werde. Schauen wir mal. Schauen wir mal auf das Gute, gucken, wie die Zone aussieht. Ich hoffe, war ja irgendwie so ein bisschen angekündigt, so ein zerstörtes, Sonnenwende, der Teil. Vielleicht werden wir überrascht und wir kriegen noch 'n Raid. Äh, Gibt's noch eine Stadt, einen Hub, wo es dann Dailies gibt, wird einfach die Dailies in der aktuellen Zone einfach ausgeweitet auf weitere Verliese und Bosse, was ich eher glaube. Ich glaube auch nicht, dass die Zone jetzt größer ausfällt, als ich gedacht habe oder als man denken kann. Ähm, und Jessica in bekannter Art wahrscheinlich einfach von zu Hause aus machen und aber wer weiß. Wer weiß. Scheinen auch keine Drops aktiv zu sein, wobei die werden ja dann ab 20 Uhr angehen. Wenn die Sachen... Ton klingt irgendwie unrund. Oder ist mein... Also ich habe vorhin noch Videos geguckt und da war eigentlich alles noch normal. Ja, ich lese auch gerade im Chat, ich habe den Chat auch mal mit eingeblendet. Das ist jetzt auch schon die ersten, die irgendwie schreiben. Effects on the Music. Das klingt irgendwie sehr komisch. So, Willa ist auch im Chat. Ja, not so excited after Source basically kill trading guild activity. Ja, gut, da geht's halt um die History und da fand ich halt auch richtig, dass sie so ausgeschaltet haben. Da hätten wahrscheinlich einige Trading-Gilden deutlich mehr noch gemeckert, wenn die Gebote öffentlich wären. Aber von daher. Und das sind ja so, ne, Sachen, die sollten nicht passieren. Die passieren, wenn du weißt, okay, hey, das ist jetzt ein Spektrum von 2 Wochen, da kannst du drum rumarbeiten. Aber schade, dass sowas passiert. Naja. Ja, ich glaube, Drops sind aber auch an. Wir refreshen mal. Ja, hier oben Drops an. Warum ist jetzt auf einmal stumm geschaltet? Ja, ich finde es auch spannend, dass sie auf EU-Zeit 20 Uhr gehen. Bei NA werden ja schon so jetzt eher Nacht, Morgen und wie auch immer sein. Für uns gut. Vielleicht ist inzwischen der EU-Slot, der Primetime-Slot. Schauen wir mal. Ja, ihr seht es auch, ne? Das ist irgendwie in letzter Zeit, ich bin jetzt sogar in Google Chrome. Hab das sonst, habe immer gedacht, das liegt an meinem Opera GX. Das im Chat immer so. So, jetzt geht's los.
What's going on, everyone? Happy Thursday. Hello. Thank you so much for joining.
Feels
today.
Like a Friday, doesn't it?
Feels like a Friday. Yeah, even last week too. Remember, I think didn't we have off on Monday or something, and then it was like Tuesday felt like Monday, and Wednesday felt like Tuesday, and like it was just this big like mishmash of you don't know what day it is. It's like somebody just tell me if I have to go to work
starting.
Or not. Oh my gosh, school starting. Chat, I don't know how you all are handling, but like between school starting and after school activities and work kind of being what it is and everything, it's just been like, it has been a
Ja,
weeks,
kenn ich. Damals, als ich eingeschult war.
It's really good to see so many people in chat. Hi, everybody.
Is that a bouncing capybara in chat?
It is.
Oh my God. My daughter loves capybaras. Can I actually tell you, right before the stream started, I got like, I don't know, my 500th Amazon delivery. And it was her Halloween costume. I'm starting early this year because like
being
prices,
a capybara?
It's a inflatable ride-on capybara. So it's like one of those inflatable costumes and it looks like you're riding on top of it. It is the cutest thing. I love it. And I will say, for anyone who has to do Halloween costumes, if you decide to buy them, I think they must jack up the prices in October because when I looked, I was like, this is actually really cheap. So
They probably do.
do it now, right? Who said
Ist
wasn't
Oh
that
nicht.
a
no!
Fang
Somebody said it already caught
an!
something. Isn't
that's
that
what
how it happens
happens.
for
Like
school?
you're outside all summer and then suddenly you go back to school like enclosed in these four walls and you just start catching everything. I get it.
Every time.
I get it. When
All
are we
right.
getting
Well,
a
hey, do we want
capybara
to get
mount?
started?
I would love to have a
Oh,
capybara
yes.
mount. And
Capybaras in the game.
they're big enough. So when we were on vacation over the summer, we went to it was actually a biodome in Montreal, if anyone's been into the Montreal area.
How
But
cool.
it was cool. And they had real capybaras there. So of course we had to stand around and look at the capybaras. And they're
Aw.
like my spirit animal. They're just like really chill. And they just
Mm.
eat and then lay down and they'll get up and eat again. And like they're adorable and they like wiggle their little ears. But yeah, they're cuties. All right, let's go ahead and get
Capybara stream.
started.
Yeah.
If you are not noticing Twitch drops on, go ahead and try refreshing the stream. That is okay. So that little patch, does it say patch? Yeah, patch notes seagull. I got this from somebody at the ESO Tavern this past summer. Kevin got one also. And
I
if
love
you've
it.
seen the meme on the forums about like patch notes, like little seagulls bouncing up, that's what that is. So
Mhm.
of course he's got to hang out with me right here.
Perfect.
I'm surprised it doesn't say Natch Boats. That would have been funny too.
Yes. I thought it did at first.
You know what? We can always maybe like scratch it out and put that in there. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and get started. So first of all,
Ja, weil ich
there's
dann
been a lot of change lately,
nächste,
like within
Mhm.
our
nächste
leadership
Woche
group and just kind of
unerschrocken ein
all over the
Event.
place. So
Heute
in
haben die neuen
case
Kronkisten
you missed
angefangen.
some of the
Gucken wir am
news, we
Samstag
do
an.
have some new folks in leadership positions. We have Joe Burba, who is our studio head. Joe actually put out an article on the website, I want to say maybe a month or so ago, just kind of introducing
Mhm.
himself and
Mhm.
talking a little bit about his history and where he's been. We have Nick Giacomini, who is ESO's game director. Rich has moved into more of a studio role, so he's still around, but Nick is kind of focusing solely on ESO. He was actually at Gamescom a few weeks ago and did a stream with Rich and Kai. So if
It
you,
was such a good stream.
it was a really good stream. Yeah, if anybody missed it, definitely go back into our VODs and check it out because it
Ja,
was
geht auf
it was a really
Bethesda.de,
good interview
guckt
that
die
he did.
Gamescom-Streams.
We
Da
also have
waren
Susan
auch
Kath,
der neue
our
Game
executive
Director mit Rich
producer,
Lambert
who
zusammen.
was not
Er
at
war noch ein
Gamescom.
bisschen
She was at the
nervös,
tavern.
aber
Yep.
And we did an interview
And
with her.
QuakeCon.
Yes,
das
but not on the stream.
war ganz
No.
gut.
No,
Right.
just at the meetup.
Ich habe ihn dann später auch nochmal kennengelernt,
This
ganz
is my
kurz.
poor
I know.
brain. Like
Ich hoffe, er kommt dann auch mal zur
these
ESO
people were
Taverne
here
oder
doing
Where
this
irgendwann
did
anders,
Summer
haben wir
go?
vielleicht mal ein
I
bisschen
know.
länger
It's like
Zeit,
that math.
seine
gif of
Vision von
like,
ESO und alles zu hören.
Anyway, and then we also
Weiß
have
ja auch nicht, wie
Brian
viel
Wheeler,
Einfluss
Jason
dann jemand
Barnes, Mike
hat.
Finnegan in new roles that they'll be talking about during this stream. We have all three of them on today.
Hat Mike Finnegan einen Role?
And then lastly, we did have a Reddit AMA on the ESO subreddit 2 days ago, I believe. We had our whole new leadership group on there just answering a whole bunch of questions. So if you missed that, you can head to the ESO subreddit. The link should still be there if you kind of search. I think we did AUA for Ask Us Anything. So if you want, excuse me, if you want to do a search for that, the thread should come up because I think it got unstickied now. Yeah, lot
And then-
happening.
And then Writhing Wall. So we know you all have heard about the Writhing Wall event. You have a lot of questions. The start date is October 13th.
Mm-hmm.
This is an event that is open to everyone. We are going to have a dedicated stream for it in the next few weeks to go through all the details because we know you have a lot of questions about it. But in
Mhm.
short, it is a new type of event. It's a server-wide event. You want to join it to be a part of ESO
Ab
history.
13.
The
Oktober
servers will
geht's
progress
los.
through the event at their
Kai
own
hat
pace.
schon mal
And it
gesagt,
kind
dass
of
es
depends
3
on
Wochen
your
eigentlich
server
gehen wird,
community's
bis zum
participation.
Release von Update
If you
48.
have
Es wird so ein bisschen in
the content
Staffeln
pass, you
gehen
can
und der
participate
dritte
in The
dritte
event
Phase
content
wird
that is
dann halt
going to
die
be in the solstice
entscheidende
zone.
Phase
If you don't have
werden.
Content Pass, there is still
Ich
event
kann
stuff
aber
that you can
sagen, ab
do
13.
outside
Oktober
of the
werde ich
solstice
die
zone.
ganze
So there will be
Woche
3
Urlaub
phases
haben. Ich
with
hätte jetzt
unique
fast gesagt, ich werde jeden
rewards,
Tag streamen. Das weiß ich
and there will be
ehrlicherweise
a
noch nicht.
golden
Aber
pursuit
ich werde auf jeden Fall
going
Montag,
alongside and
Donnerstag
themed
dazu
around the
nehmen.
event as well.
Ich habe ein paar
And
Ideen, ich habe
then
ein
the
paar Pläne
whole point of this is to band
mit
together as your server
Aktivitäten, denen
community,
wir
do
nachgehen
stuff
können,
to
dann
ultimately
on-stream.
take down the writhing wall
Und
and gain access to Eastern Solstice. That's
wir
summarizing it. There's a lot of
gucken
really
mal.
cool stuff involved in the event, and you'll want to check it out come October.
Yeah, and just so it's clear, unless you actually complete and break down the writhing wall,
Ja, bla
you're
bla.
not getting into Eastern Solstice. Like, you got to do that part. So that's what makes this fun, is like you really do have to work together to make sure that you get it done. We're going to have like a whole website dedicated to showing the progress bar for all the different servers, which is going to be pretty cool. So that way you can see
Das glaube ich
who's
nicht,
ahead
denn
and
man
who
hat
maybe
für
needs a little
Update
bit of help. Maybe you have an alt that you can hop over
48
on.
Geld bezahlt. Da können sie jetzt nicht sagen,
Yeah,
ja,
it's
ich
just
muss von
that
dem
Someone's saying,
Event
please don't rig the event, make us suffer. Okay.
With That's so funny. I was saying the same thing. I'm like, I would actually kind of like to see a server like, oh man, you guys, come on, get it together. You know, I think that would be funny, but I'm also kind of a troll. So in addition to everything going on in game, we are going to have some really cool Twitch drops when Writhing Wall begins on October 13th. The first item you're going to be able to get is this Auroran
Sie reden jetzt drüber.
Warhorse mount.
Es wird Drops geben
Auroran is a
zum
hard word to say. It's like rural.
Event. Es
Whoever
wird
puts
ein Pferd geben.
R's and vowels together. I swear.
Müsste noch
So
mal
we're going to have
gucken.
this mount and then
Ich
also
glaube,
a
das
little
gab es
matching
schon mal,
hut
genauso wie der Mastiff.
that you can get through Twitch drops.
Äh,
So we'll
Zeiten
have more
werden noch
details on
bekannt
all of
gegeben.
this. Like Jess said, we're going to have another stream
Aber es ist
sometime in
schön.
the
Es wird
coming weeks. We're
wahrscheinlich,
still trying to
ich
figure out a
glaube
good
tatsächlich,
date,
dass die
but
Drops 3
we'll go through
Wochen
some
an
details so
sein
everyone kind
werden.
of knows what to expect
Und dann
and
werden die
just get
wahrscheinlich ein
excited
paar
for this
Stunden
because it is going to
laufen
be really cool.
müssen, aber ist ja
A couple
gut für
last
einen
things
Stream.
before we hop over to our preview. PTS for update 48. So everything that we're talking about today is going to be on Monday. So be ready. You're going to be able to check out Eastern Solstice, a little bit of Writhing Wall, some other really cool stuff that we're going to talk about today. We are also having 2 incremental patches next week. PC is going to be on Monday also, and then console is going to be on Wednesday.
Haben wir jetzt am
One of the
Montag
things
schon
that
wieder
is going to be
Patch?
fixed in the incremental patch is a fix for that guild trader issue that we had where we had to turn off
No.
all of guild history. So
Am
that
Montag
will be
schon.
turning back on next week with the patches. Just so you all know. And we know it's been pretty inconvenient, but thank you. It's kind of like making the best out of a bad situation. We kind of did what we could here. Alrighty. Shall we bring in Jason and Finn to talk a little bit about some of the new stuff?
Gleich mal unten auf die
Here they are.
Oh,
Okay.
Waiting in the wings. Just say nah.
Yeah.
Associate
Took forever.
Design
No,
Director.
these guys.
Gina ist jetzt
Yeah,
Senior
so
Creator
Jason and Finn
Engagement
have both been
Manager.
on stream in the past numerous
Associate
times.
Director of
But this is the
Community
first time
Manager.
they've
Never
been
together.
Wir haben auch alle
never
neue-
together
That's
and
true. You're
with
right.
Never?
I don't think they have.
Yeah,
No, not in the same
It's
stream.
no.
Like
It's-
chocolate and peanut butter, man. Two great tastes
Yeah.
taste great
Man.
together.
There's too much chaos. Speaking
Which
of, I
one's
almost
the
spit
peanut
coffee
butter?
Up, so see, I'm already. I don't like
mean-
peanut butter, so
I'll be peanut butter.
there you go.
Who doesn't like peanut
Shake and
butter?
bake.
He also doesn't like mint and chocolate, Gina. I just don't know what to
No,
do
so
sometimes.
clarify. I don't like them together.
Together.
I love mint.
I
love
know.
chocolate, but not together. They just don't. That's
Yeah.
weird.
What's wrong
I'll
with
tell you,
you?
I could
Toasty
take or leave.
chocolate.
I could take or leave mint and chocolate. Like it's okay. I'll eat it, but it's not.
Yeah.
Like
That's my favorite
Oh my
ice
God.
cream. How? Oh,
It-
man.
Mint
Yeah,
and
it's my
chocolate
daughter's
ice
favorite too.
cream.
She loves it. So
Tatsächlich,
Thought we were
ja,
friends.
ich hab's letztens mal
All right,
gesehen, aber ich hab's auch nicht
so,
gekauft. Ich meine, ich mag so After Eight,
peanut
so
butter
geht.
ice.
Yeah, right.
Off the island.
Ich glaube, ich hab's als Eis noch nie gegessen.
All right. So yeah, I mean peppermint patties, they're like the best thing, right? If you
Mhm.
gave
Patty's
me
okay, though.
a peppermint patty or a Reese's cup, peppermint
Uh-huh.
patty all day.
You'd get Natch boats earlier. You'd get because you're gonna get a box of them. I'm gonna tell you.
Or like I don't know. Andy's mints, like those are really good. You're not
Mm-hmm.
into it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
Kit Kats. I'm a Kit Kat guy.
Yeah,
By
so
the way, this is
basic.
all that update 48 is about, by the way, everyone.
This is their
Just
new
in
role,
case
is
Yeah,
just
this is,
talking
by the
about
way,
candy.
yeah.
Yeah,
The,
yeah.
You're going
the
over
writhing
yeah.
candy wall.
Yes,
The writhing
really.
candy wall.
Sounds like
You
a
end up at the
dream.
chocolate factory.
Ja, du
Okay,
war
so yeah,
mein
this
Sounds
is
like a
Tortenwunsch
nightmare.
übrigens, dass wir
Ben,
Sonnenwende
get it
kriegen als
together.
Torte mit einer riesen
I'm
Oh
sorry.
my God.
This is
Zuckermauer,
why we
die
don't
wir
have
dann
you two together.
einreißen können.
Finn,
Yeah, this is true.
Finn.
This is true. Yeah.
J Hart
Yeah.
says, "How did Finn's face grow back?"
Yeah, I
Lost
know.
face.
It's like it does. Well, he means that when I shaved
Yeah.
from
Ja,
yeah.
wer es
yeah,
mitbekommen hat bei der
so
QuakeCon, hat er
it
sich
doesn't take long. That's the thing. I
rasiert.
was within a week. I was like,
Schon sehr gut nachgemacht.
Kevin
too.
too.
I was
Yeah.
It was
fine.
like right back
Yeah.
within a few days.
Yeah. For anybody who missed it during QuakeCon, we raised
Okay.
quite a lot of money for Dallas Pets Alive, and one of the goals was to shave Finn's face, and I had the pleasure of taking a razor to Finn's face, which I'm sure he loved.
Yeah,
but,
exactly. It
that
was
was
great.
fun.
It was great. I had to finish it though because it was a bit patchy.
I got scared. Like it, I don't know.
Yeah, it was all
I'm not
good.
a face shaving regular. Anyway, let's move on. Jason and Finn both been on stream, never together, but they also both have these new roles on the ESO team. So I just wanted to kind of give them a chance to talk a little bit about what these new roles
Das
are and
Erdbeben.
like the types of things you're responsible for and anything different that you'll be doing, or maybe even some similar things. Jason, you want to go first?
Oh, okay. I was gonna say. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm gonna be doing a lot of new stuff. For anyone just really quick who doesn't know me, because I know more people are familiar with Finn. I've been with the company forever, 17 years, quest designers only, and all that. So I'm actually in charge of content now, alongside Finn, who will describe his title, and Bill Slavacek, who continues to be our project narrative director. Basically, he's the story guy. And all three of us are kind of looking at the vision of the content going forward. What we can do to shake things up in the game, just how we can get things exciting and try some new stuff and
Ja,
break
das ist
away
eine
from the
gute
mold.
Frage. Ne? Ist er
That
jetzt
I
immer
think,
noch für
we've all been
Dungeons und so
used to, but not
zuständig?
getting away from
Oder
quests as well. We're always
haben
going
sie
to
jetzt
have our
einfach
bread and butter
Design
quests, but
und
there's so much more we could do, and we're really, really excited to start diving into that, especially in the coming
Combat Lead
year.
war es ja nicht.
Spoilers.
Dungeon
And
Lead
yeah,
hieß er mal
that's kind of
zwischenzeitlich
what I do now. Is
zusammengelegt, einfach
I'm
weil ein paar
helping lead
Leute
that
beide ja nicht
side
mehr
of
da
the
sind.
department, and just helping create a vision and see where we go.
That's awesome. Yeah, I know that's some feedback that we've been seeing from the community for a little while, is like things are starting to feel a little predictable. So I think it'll be really interesting to see how you all are able to start experimenting a little bit more and try some different things and see if they stick or not. So I'm excited to see what you all come up with.
Yeah, me too. And I'm waiting for more. When can I smooch Razumdar? Because that was a bunch of the AMA questions.
I saw
a
that.
lot of that in there.
Yeah, exactly.
Finn, are you still going to be torturing people with dungeons and trials?
Yeah. So for my role, it's a lot of the stuff that I was doing before. I'm still in charge of the dungeons team, still in charge of the overland encounter teams, and I think that largely what it comes down to is
Das
having
meiste
kind of
scheint zu
for lack of a better
bleiben.
word, a louder voice in kind of the direction of content.
don't
which
think
I know
that's
some people-
possible.
anybody that knows me is like, yeah, right. I don't need a louder voice, but more of a figurative, louder voice in kind of directing kind of where content is. And yeah, and me, Jason, and Bill have all kind of like already had some initial meetings about talking about stuff, and we've got
Kein Wheeler, weiß
some
nicht.
great stuff planned. We put together long-term idea boards and all this other stuff, and one thing I do want to call out is something that we've been charged with from studio leadership too, is to as much as we want to
Er hat ja
tackle,
vor der Taverne
some
abgesagt.
of the long-standing things and
Haben sich die Leute ja
stuff,
schon
but it's
Gedanken
also to
gemacht.
listen to player feedback and
Davor
to
war
kind of,
ja
like, use that
der
as a part of
Bethesda-Stream.
a guiding hand in kind of what we do and where we go and stuff too. So keep that feedback coming and stuff, and it's gonna help shape where ESO goes in the future.
Agreed.
Most excellent.
And yeah, and we know we could talk about it over and over, and we get that. And we will be showing it soonish and talking more about and actually showing examples. So, yeah, we're excited.
Yep. super excited.
Finn, are you able to move your mic a little closer to your face?
You're not loud enough.
I'm not loud enough.
Heard that.
You're actually not
know,
loud
right?
enough
What's
for
that?
once. Yeah.
You
It
can
was
turn me up
dropping
in
out a little
Discord or
bit in
something.
volume.
Yeah, I can
Oh.
turn it up also.
Don't turn them up too much.
Sorry about
I'm
that.
not going to.
Sorry about that.
I mean,
I can always
so
talk louder too. That's always the thing.
I actually have him already bumped up pretty far.
Okay.
So yeah, just
Sorry.
eat your mic a little more.
Find ihn
Yeah, right.
in der
That's weird.
Lautstärke.
That okay.
Well, in any
I'll
event,
talk louder.
That's odd, yeah.
for better or worse.
Right.
You know
Exactly.
what? Here, I can bump this up too. There we go.
Bump us up.
Is that
There
better?
you go.
Pump
Hopefully.
it up.
There. Bump it up.
Yeah,
Bump it
you're
up.
in the red now, so I think it should be better.
That's my normal volume. It's my Irish whisper.
Yeah, I was gonna say it goes
it's
from
exactly
red
what
to
that is.
extreme red.
Interessiert mich jetzt
Ja.
gerade mal.
All right, so
Mhm.
one of the things that we
one
wanted
goes
to
to a
do
lap.
today was just give a preview of the new zone.
Wheeler ist auf jeden Fall immer
This
noch
is going to
in
be on PTS on Monday. It's
Discord.
coming in update 48. This is Eastern Solstice. Where is my...
Indeed.
Yeah.
There we are.
Tacos are better than nachos, depending on the type of tacos.
If it's a soft taco, I would say.
Man, why are you
Yeah.
throwing? Why are we
Yeah.
throwing these wrenches into our plans here? This wasn't what we were supposed to talk about. Jay.
Alright, I thought we were just doing like chat surveys.
All right.
So, Jason, I know we were talking a little bit about this the other day, but in order to get into Eastern Solstice, which is the new zone, players are going to have to break through the writhing wall. So,
That is correct.
are you going to show any of that, or do you want it to be a surprise? I know it is going to be on PTS to some extent.
Ey, wenn die jetzt irgendwas mit der
save a
Mauer
little peek at the end
zeigen,
of that.
raste ich
There might be
aus.
a couple cool things we show off
Würde ich
without giving too
kacke
much
finden.
away. I'm trying to be better because I know every time I do this, I'm like, no spoilers, and I'm like, all right, let me tell you what happens, everyone. So
This is who does.
So, I
yeah.
mean, I'm trying to be better.
We could kind of loosely talk about, like, there's on PTS people have talked, have seen kind of the some of the starts of this, but it's as you mentioned earlier, Gene, it's a 3-stage thing, and right before we get to the writhing wall, there's actually a special thing you have to do, and I'll let Jason take it from there. Special thing that you have to do.
Yeah, there'll be a special thing. Do we want to jump in and show that really quick right now?
We could
I
do
can.
that. Yeah, we could do
All
that.
right.
Yeah, why
We're not
not?
gonna go through it all. We're not gonna go through it all.
No. So I'm gonna we will give 2 sneak peeks because this is gonna be on PTS.
Yeah.
So
Jason, what mount was that? Somebody was just asking.
Oh, see, you threw me off.
Super secret.
Yeah. I'll talk about
it's-
that in a moment.
Yeah.
Das Mount kam jetzt, oder
Everything will be
irgendwie
talked about in
bekannt
a
vor?
moment.
Right.
Vielleicht hat es eine andere
Yeah.
Leuchtfarbe gehabt.
So
Patience.
let's set the scene here.
Set the stage, yeah.
We have done amazing
The
things.
Fellowship.
The servers have come together, kicked massive amount of Butticus, or whatever you want to say that's appropriate for stream, and you have breached the wall. But that's not where it ends. No,
It is not.
there is more to it.
This is
For you-
the writhing fortress.
It's writhing.
Cool visuals.
Writhing.
Fortress.
A
Writhing.
fortress.
It's a fortress.
So
Those are all like
to talk-
skulls, right? In the sky?
Maybe.
That's
to talk-
cool.
To talk a little bit about this, and we won't go into
Yeah,
too many
das sind
spoilers here, but
Seen,
just to
die
set the scene for
wegfliegen.
this is once you reach this point, this is the writhing fortress. This is a pseudo kind of instance that's kind of public. It's a little bit like a public
Da
dungeon, a
ist
little
aber
bit like
noch
an
die
instance,
Mauer.
but you have to do several things in here in order to do the final act in order to break through the wall. And this is again bringing the server together to kind of a culminating fight or series of fights. And I would be remiss if we didn't mention that this was one of our zone leads, Michelle Graves. This is her baby. The entire
heißt-
writhing wall event up to this point has been her baby, and she's kind of
Wie,
shepherded
gehört
us
es
all
jetzt
to
zum
bring it
Event
to you
oder
guys live,
gehört
and
es
she's done a
zu
fantastic
Update
job.
48?
Yes, she has.
So and I think that we're not going to go too far into here because
No.
part of this is
Ich
one
hab's
of the
grad
things
nicht so, ja.
I like to talk about this one is also
Weil es
There's
klingt für
not
mich
a
so,
ton of
naja,
handling.
die Mauer-Event
So
ist
part of this
vorbei und
is
dann
going to
gehst du ab der
be
48,
contrary to
dann
kind of
musst du
some of the
erstmal
content
das
we've done
machen,
before.
damit die Mauer
Part of this is going to be
ansteht.
people figuring it out. You can get a lot of people in here. It's not a 4-person instance or a 12-person instance. There's just a
So,
lot of people that can get in here. And you guys are going to kind of need to work together to figure out how to break through and how to break the wall down.
Yep. And I'll give you one more quick preview before we jump out of here. So we've heard a lot of people talk about, you know, when they went to the Deadlands and did the events, there was all these cool giant monsters, and they're like, that would be really cool to fight giant monsters and stuff.
Yes,
and,
it would.
Maybe it would be kind of cool. And oh, hey, what's that over there?
There
That sure is
is
a
a
big monster.
yeah.
I wonder.
das nimmst du schon wieder.
I wonder what'll happen. I'll probably
I
just play
wonder.
a game of Tales of Tribute with
Yeah,
him.
I think it's rock
Yeah,
paper
that's
scissors.
just a little bit. Yeah, so there's going to be some fun surprises here, some exciting
Absolutely.
things that are happening throughout. Also, yes, I apologize if you did hear the Slack message. Apparently, when I say don't message me on Slack.
I think between the both of us, because
It's
I forgot
fine.
to pause mine
Yeah,
too. So yeah. Whoops.
Ja, Giant Monster, aber
I
das
know,
Giant
all the
Monster
chat
haben
is
wir
I was
schon
like, I don't know sound.
öfters
Yeah, I know. Everyone's like,
gesehen,
oh no.
leider.
It's like when a
So
Slack
yes.
commercial comes on TV.
know.
You know, I'm just like, what? What was that? What was
Or
that?
the Alexa commercials. Yeah. And I'm like, no,
Yeah.
stop.
Mm.
All
Oh,
right.
that is a
So
cool boss, though.
that's
Everybody's
we're
really
gonna leave it
excited in
at
chat for that.
Yeah. What you do here and how you. Yeah. Well, we're leaving a lot for people
find
to
out.
figure out.
We
Yep,
want people to
exactly.
figure it out. Yep.
All right. So let's go ahead and hop back over to what's on the other side of the wall. So I know some people had questions about, hey, this is a pretty cool mount. I agree. You can earn this mount in game by completing the Savior of Solstice achievement. So essentially, you'll need to complete a lot of things on Western and Eastern Solstice to get it, but it is earnable in game, and it's pretty cool. I have named him Fluffy. That seems appropriate.
Clearly.
Ach, den gab's.
Yes.
Jetzt
Mine
ist
is
er.
named
Okay,
Blueberry.
jetzt verstehe ich das.
I like
Das war
that.
dieser
That's cute.
Todeshund, den wir schon gekriegt haben, nur halt
Oh,
mit.
I thought at first the tail was part of the mount, but that's you.
That's
No,
me.
that's
That's me. That's
actually he has a longer tail than the mount.
Yeah,
I
right?
think the
I
mount
Yeah.
has
I
tail,
do. He
tail envy.
Yeah.
A
doesn't.
little bit of
Yeah.
tail envy from the Khajiit. Yeah.
I spend half the time trying to look at a mount, but all right.
I do want to call out that Jason
Nicht
obviously on his Khajiit did posterior dimensions all the way max. Is
That's
all I'm
true.
saying, because
Yeah.
that does affect the tail length there. That's all I'm gonna say.
Aber nimm mir
Which I
natürlich
think that
mit.
we should just start that when you character
Ey,
create
ist
all the way
eine
max,
Tiefe, ne?
because that's where everybody puts it anyways. But
Yeah,
you
That's true.
know. Mm-mm.
That is very true. All right, let's go explore Eastern Solstice a little bit.
Take a little tour.
So
Yeah.
yeah, we'll take a little tour. I am using cheat commands because this is our server and I'm allowed to do that. So
Das
you're like, wow,
Stadt.
how is he so stealthy? It's just because I know what I'm doing.
Have commands.
So, Jason,
Exactly.
you're just going to be doing like a little walking tour. You're not going to get into too much story stuff, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to avoid stories. Like, there's gonna be some
Ich meine, wenn das eben mit diesem
spoilerish things
extra
just
Raum
because, I mean, hey,
in
look, that's
Update
interesting.
48
Like, what's
kommt,
going
das
on
wird
over into
natürlich
the
diese
eastern side of
ganzen
Solstice?
Yeah.
ganzen
You're not gonna,
Probleme
like,
lösen
explain
für
it.
Leute, die
Well, I mean,
ne,
there's
die
gonna be
Quest
things we
erst
see
machen
that
nach
you can
dem
kinda figure it
Event.
out. But yeah, Eastern
Weil,
Solstice is
You'll do
wenn du
definitely
jetzt sagst, okay, die Mauer ist weg,
yeah, in
sobald
a
das Event vorbei
much
ist,
more
dann
grave and
müsstest du
dire
die meisten
situation than
Quests
Western
im
Solstice.
That's
Westen
obviously a
umschreiben,
cotton
weil da
candy
wird ja,
maker.
guck mal, hier ist die
Yes.
Mauer und
Right.
bla bla bla.
Speaking of the candy house,
So könntest du
yeah,
halt den
yeah,
Übergang
the candy writing wall.
schaffen.
Yeah, that's how you got it.
Sugar float. I see
So,
your
dass da jetzt
comment
sagst,
in
okay,
chat. Stay tuned.
Sugar float.
Keep going.
du
Uh-huh.
kommst.
It's
Oh,
with the cotton candy maker. Look at that.
So I know
Ja.
people are also eager to see kind of the map. I've tried to hide as
Ja,
much as
zumindest
possible,
schon mal ein Haus.
again to avoid spoilers. But you know, earlier in the zone when we've released just the western side,
Okay.
all we were really seeing was
Kein
this, and it was like, oh, that doesn't seem like a lot, but
Oder
it's
noch
actually
nicht
really
in-
huge.
Mhm.
I'm actually very tiny on this.
Mhm.
Yes, there's a house. Spoiler, we may talk about that later. Not me,
Ich glaube,
but
unten die Halbinsel
Somebody
sieht.
Yeah.
nett
All
aus, als
right.
könnte man da komplett drauf
So let's
rumrennen. Das sah
take
sehr
a
hügelig
look
aus.
around Eastern Solstice here.
Wir
Couple
werden es dann noch
things
sehen.
just to call out as we're going through this. So
Positiv. Sieht
you can come
aber
over as soon as the wall
heller aus, als ich
opens up
gedacht habe.
and
Also
start doing
klar, ich
content
meine,
over
Wetter
here. Totally
beeinflussen und
fine.
so, aber
If you want to do the main story, however, you will need to continue it from the western side of the zone. It's all continuous. It's not like two separate things. It picks right up from where the main story has left off, which I won't spoil, and continues on throughout here. You see there's a couple of various Altmer pieces of architecture, just like in Western Solstice. There's some lore and story about them coming over to the eastern side. Though I will say on the eastern side, we're going to learn a lot more about the group known as the Stone Nest Argonians, which were these kind of ancient Argonians, and they play a pretty vital role in the story in our fight against the Worm Cult. And I'm just going to leave that there. Along with everything
ist schick.
else that we
Da
usually
hinten
do,
in
you
der
know, we'll have our
Zwibbe. Ich bin jetzt
delves
gerade so ein
and
bisschen
our. I just want to go mount
hab
swimming. Sorry,
irgendwie mit
I'm so happy that we
Oh,
have
yeah,
this
'cause
again
that's
tonight.
blöderweise
awesome.
mit anderer Flora, Fauna gerechnet, nämlich eher das, was
But
jetzt
oh,
kommt.
look, wow,
Aber es
that's
kommt ja
weird.
jetzt, ist es
Man, what is going on over in
gut.
Eastern Solstice here?
What's the deal?
Yeah, that's strange.
What's
That
the
looks
deal with that?
very Cold
What's the
Harbory.
deal?
Yeah, that's strange. Could there possibly be a reverse plane melt happening over here?
Well, damn.
I mean, I don't know. That would sure would explain it to me. So you're going to see a lot of kind of interesting things going on this eastern side, and as you navigate, you'll discover more of the story. One of the kind of fun things we did is we've put an effort to put a little bit more just kind of quests you find out in the wilderness that aren't tied to any one location. So you'll find what we call kind of our independent content that's just kind of stationed on its own. So you'll find a lot of those, as well as in addition to all the other things that you normally find, delves and all that. And speaking of some of the cool stuff here, let's go visit one of our first world bosses. Oh, what's up, dude? It's
Woozy.
Woozith. Woo woo. I'll just call him that.
Woo!
The Ric Flair world boss.
This boss actually has a couple cool mechanics. I could let Finn touch on those if he wants to spoil.
I'm not going to talk about it. No, you're going to have to figure it out.
Yeah, I'm not even going to hit him. I'm just going to point and laugh at him and let
he's
him
just
enjoy
having a
his
picnic.
meal.
He is.
Yeah.
He is. You can point out that he is a soul-shriven.
That is true.
He is a soul-shriven Argonian behemoth. So if you look, so he's a little bit different than our normal. You see the kind of like almost blind-looking eyes and stuff like that. So yeah, he's a little bit different.
But he's a nice guy. So as we move on to the side, there's a couple other fun things that I want to call out just in general, because obviously there's some stuff going on with a lot of Cold Harbor merging into this. That also means we may see some more familiar faces showing up as far as people that we might have seen in Cold Harbor or in other various places.
Okay.
I'm not going to spoil anything specific, but I will go talk to a friend.
As I run directly to somebody.
Yeah, exactly.
Genau.
We'll go say hi. There's a little fun quest chain here that involves some people from Cold Harbor. We'll give a little peek for the people who played it, may know what it's talking about. Also, we're get to meet our best boy Siraj here.
No.
Der hat einen süßen
Who
Hut.
is adorable.
Aber der war
the animation
nett
team
in Kalthafen.
and everyone who worked on him is amazing. But yeah, they're talking about the ship, the Bonnie Spriggan, and just
it's the hat. It's the hat.
It's the hat. Yeah, it's the
I
hat.
know.
The hat really sells it. Yeah,
really,
everyone's like,
pat
I
him
don't
on the
care
head.
what you need. Can I have you as a pet? That is
coming to a Spirit Halloween to you soon.
It's a tiny little hat. I kept trying to give the hat to the tiger, but the bird kept stealing it. For anyone who gets that reference. So I'm waiting me to see if anyone actually got that or not. So yeah, so that's kind of a callback. There's a bunch of callbacks. The other kind of cool thing that we really focused on was a lot of the quests this go around. I should probably run while I'm talking because this is a tour. One of the things that we really wanted to emphasize was just more choice,
Yeah, we will
more
talk
ways
about
of kind of affecting the
PvP
quest
soon,
itself
when
and changing
Jason
the
and Finn are
outcomes
finished.
and even
Ich hoffe,
failing
auch
in certain
da ist es
cases.
mehr als,
We really
hey,
wanted
es
the
kommt ein
player to
PvP-Test.
not feel like they're just going along a linear path for every single thing. So you're going to see a lot more of the quests, even between like the objectives and some of the quests you find out in the open, where you're going to have a lot more player interaction, a lot more things that you can just do in general to kind of, like I said, shape the quest itself. And this even goes into the main quest, especially the ending. And I'm not going to give any spoilers about that.
Ich
but
krieg
I'm very
gerade ein
excited to
bisschen
see how people
Dunkelforst-Vibes. Ich
react.
hoffe
It's a
einfach mal wieder, dass auch hier
lot
noch
different than how we've ended things
Mobs und
before.
irgendwie was
And
eingeführt
Finding
yeah,
things,
wird.
right?
Also ja,
yep,
da sollten jetzt
exactly.
keine
I'm sure all the
Tiere
questers
rumstehen
and
oder
or all
so.
the
Aber
crafters in chat
das
are like,
kommt mir so
"L-
leer vor.
get the resources. What are you doing? You're running by
Yeah.
the resources.
Yeah,
Running by
exactly.
Alfred.
Where's all the resources? Yeah.
Oh my
Nope.
gosh.
Sorry.
Siehst du
I
alle
am the
20
chicken tender
Meter,
dance
siehst du
time
mal einen NPC
tower of the
rumstehen?
server, and I have all the resources already.
How many years ago
Um,
was that? The chicken tender
Yeah, I'm
thing?
bringing them back. I am bringing them
Yeah.
back. This is from now on. Anytime I stream, I will be using chicken tender dance time. All right. Oh, I did want to actually make a pit stop here really quick at one of our dells. Again, try not to spoil anything, but I do want to show off some of the kind of like new cool features that we have, or not features, but just kind of the art style and just the talent of the team in
Gina
general.
hat eben auch gesehen, dass er
You know,
gerade
everyone
Screen
from
in den
our
Dungeon
content
auch die
designers, our
Kameras mal
writers,
kurz
our artists,
weggepackt
our
hat.
encounter designers, like they put so much work into this stuff, and it just ends up
Schön.
being such a cool
Such a
Oh,
cool
that looks really
Sehr
cool.
experience.
Cool.
Yeah,
So
such a
awesome.
cool
Wow, is that
time.
a
Das ist eine
delve?
ganze Sun,
That's
ey.
Yeah,
right.
so this is one of
How
our
is that a
dells.
delve?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it just is.
Coming to a
You know,
screenshot near you.
yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
Schön.
Again, I'm not going to go too deep into it, but this is one of the
Wenn
cool
am
like just
Montag
moments
der
that you just randomly kind
PTS
of run across,
rauskommt,
and
kommt ja auch
this
hoffentlich
is to give a
schnell
little
ein Kiat
background. This is
raus
an
und dann kann
ancient
ich auch
Argonian stone
2025
village that was actually
abschließen.
underneath in this cave system, and the plane melt kind of smashed its way through, and you kind of see the effects of the rocks and everything getting just like destroying what was there, and the Cold Harbor kind of taken over. So very cool. Just everything. Like
Yeah,
that's the
right.
best way to put it.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to keep it super light.
I'm loving
But
all
yeah,
these load screens too. They're really, really nice.
I drew that. I didn't.
No, you didn't.
In one
I
night.
didn't
Yeah.
draw
Did
that.
not. Yeah, did
No,
not.
that I've
You
drawn
could give
stuff,
Jason 100 years and he wouldn't draw that.
yeah, and I wouldn't have that. Yeah, I could draw you treasure maps all day.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, as we were talking about, as Cold Harbor is kind of merging, that's not stuff is falling out of Cold Harbor as well, and kind of I almost said wormholes, but they're basically pulling stuff out of other planes. Yeah.
It's actually one of the tenets we had for like this whole year. One of the things that we wanted to do was to pay off, our past as well as kind of all the stuff that we've learned. So it harkens back to kind of the original story and the plane meld and all that other stuff. So we wanted to kind of tell that as we told both of these stories.
Das ist
kind of an extension of that original story.
Das
and
ist der
pay off for
Anker,
people that
den wir
used- that
vorhin
have played that
gesehen
before.
haben.
Lots of payoffs.
Lots of payoffs.
Lots of payoffs.
Yeah.
Yes. Speaking of that, that's actually one of the things I wanted to touch on. Was in 46, there was definitely some things that we called out as far as like references to things that you did in the past, and just reminding your character of.
Ihr müsst mir mal sagen, dass
if you
wenn
did
ich
story
streame,
or
ob
other
ich, wenn ich
things.
reite, auch so
We did it, we're happy with it.
nervös
but,
mit der Maus
with
bin
48,
und
we
gar
looked at it and we
nicht
said that
das
wasn't
aktiv gar
enough.
nicht
We
mitbekomme. Das fällt
we
mir
need to
hier
go
gerade
harder
voll
on
auf. Ich mir denke, Alter,
So
reit
with
doch
Update
einfach mal
40 and the
normal.
Eastern Solstice side, there's a ton of callbacks if you've played previous content, from characters you meet to events you've done, to if you participate in the main story, like things that will change how the quest actually, the outcome of the quest, to like different flavor options. We're pushing our player flavor voice stuff a lot harder too. So while it is primarily still a lot of just kind of how you respond to a character, there's definitely moments now where you will only get specific options if you've done certain things, and it can actually alter the quest in ways.
Ja,
Again, kind of as a
dieses
reference to the main story, there's actually something that can
Antwort-Auswahl-Ding
give you
war jetzt
more
ja
of
noch sehr
multiple
minimal
endings
irgendwie
of
im
certain
Spiel
things.
drinne.
So
War ich jetzt auch nicht der
yeah, we
hat mich
really,
jetzt auch
really
nicht
want to push that
extrem
hard
hochgehypt.
and
Ist
add
schön,
more
dass
to
da
it.
ist,
I'm also think I'm missing all
aber
of the world bosses because
ich
I
bin halt auch
purposely
irgendwie, keine Ahnung.
hid I hid the map icon so no one would get spoiled.
Well,
It's
one
up
of
here
the
somewhere.
to call out one of these things is you're
Auch
going to
wenn ich
see
mich sehr in das
a
Spiel
a new
eindenken kann, wenn
world
ich
boss. You're actually
selber
going to first see it in the
streame
Eastern Solstice
samstags
as
in
part
den
of the event,
Quests.
and then after you kind of broken
Würde
through
ich
the
nie
wall
auf
and
die
come
Idee
over
kommen,
here, you get to see
irgendwie
that world boss, and it's
irgendjemanden daten
natural
zu
habitat, I
wollen, da
guess, is
von den
the
NPCs.
or where it's
Yeah,
going
that
to be for the
Ich
final
finde
part
manche
of it.
ganz süß, aber
yeah. Close your eyes really quick if you don't want a spoiler. I'm about to run by a quick character that we haven't seen in a while.
Close your
Hey,
eyes.
what's up? How you doing? All right, you can open
Moving
them
on.
again.
Close your eyes.
Just
hell
close your
yeah.
eyes.
Yeah,
Just
close
listen.
your eyes.
Just listen.
Everybody's like,
Yeah.
Hat mir jetzt
Yeah, then you peek because it's
Yeah.
like, I kind of want to see.
Yeah. I kind of want to see, but I don't want to see.
Yeah. Welcome to our live stream where you just close your
Yeah.
eyes and don't look at anything.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, welcome to the live stream. Close your eyes if you don't want to see spoilers.
Yeah. Other things kind of want to call
Hat mir
it too
erstmal
is
gar nichts gesagt.
again trying some new fun things with the
Wood
quest
Elf
content.
reserves at Mary
Here's an
Dorinian as an eye
area
of the
without getting
Queen.
into
Okay.
specifics that is
Boah, wo
actually
kommt
all
die
about
denn vor?
infiltration and like going undercover and going behind the scenes to determine how things unfold and having to choose to side with a very familiar face or
Wahrscheinlich
kind of a
nur
new
in Altmeri
newcomer that
Dominion
we've never met
Questlinie.
before. So
Dann
again, we want to experiment with a lot. We were really happy with Western Solstice, especially the objectives like Coralania Manor that the team did, which was awesome. And then just, the fair and Broken Light Temple, like all the objectives, we start kind of pushing that, and we are continuing to do more and more stuff, trying new types of gameplay and just, having fun. I think I did a big circle in an attempt to reach this guy, but that's all right. I'm gonna find him. Let me see over here because this guy is awesome.
The new model that you and Finn were talking about.
Yep, he's hiding over here. He's a big guy too.
Bisschen
so
übertrieben, das was da eben stand, aber
Yeah.
es ist ein ESO
I
Live
think you've
wie
seen it
die ESO
before.
Live.
You just haven't seen it as a
sind.
world boss before.
Ich finde es
Yeah.
auch nicht so
Yeah. That's the
hochhypend.
Maldus, right?
Yep.
Da würde ich irgendwie so ein bisschen mehr geskriptetes.
Because Bill and his team like to torture me.
irgendwie
This is
endlich.
Yeshizur.
Die Gegnertypen fand ich im neuen Raid so richtig, richtig gut.
Zevelek,
Die sehen so
Zivlek
cool
ritual,
aus
yeah.
in meinen Augen.
Yeah. So.
Gesundheit.
Someone,
Gesundheit, Jason.
Exactly.
someone in chat just says Jeff. I like that. Just call him
Yeah, yeah, they're gonna call him Jeff. from now on.
So another. I love these guys.
The Maldrith, yeah. Oh, you attack him? What are you doing?
Sorry, I'm sorry. No,
Run away.
sorry.
Run away.
Apologies. No spoilers. Sorry. There.
He's gonna have chicken tenders for dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little
Oh,
dance time for
shoot.
dessert.
Aw, Jason.
Even God.
Welcome to the
mode.
preview stream.
Oh,
Welcome to the preview stream where the
oh.
developer dies.
How
I
did
put
you?
that there on
How did you
purpose,
not
just-
put on the no death
Listen.
thing?
The hint.
The don't
wait.
die.
Can we just
No.
highlight the hint?
Watch your
The
step.
hint
Yep.
that just
Watch
says
your
watch your
step.
step. That's great.
Even
Maybe
yeah,
don't
even,
do that.
yeah. So
Try
you know
not
what?
doing that
Cold
next time.
Harbor coming to our world, it's changed the landscape.
It has.
It's
It
not
has.
quite not
Also
quite the
Open World
same
wird
as
nicht
the last
schwieriger,
time I
es
was
wird einfach der
here.
Fall Damage erhöht.
So you know, we'll let's head down here a little bit. All right. Hey guys, what's up? So yeah.
How often do you all go through a new zone?
And jump off ledges?
And just kind of jump off ledges. No, like before it goes to PTS, like how often are you in here just kind of running around, checking things out?
Oh my gosh, so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've spent more time
So
with Eastern
much.
Solstice than my family.
Yeah. It's a lot. I'll tell you that. Going
Yeah.
through a new zone happens quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
we
it's
do
fun
a
though.
lot. Yeah.
The best part about it though is we do that and we joke about it and stuff like that. But we get
Das
to
sieht
see it
schön
when
aus.
it's like block in, right? When you just barely see the new stuff, and then as it progresses and as it evolves and as it becomes something newer and
Natürlich
bigger and better and stuff like that, we get to see that.
Highlight
So
der
that's a lot
Zone.
that's a lot of fun.
Yep. Yeah, it's one of the best feelings seeing something where it's very plain and basic and nothing is there to this, right? When you're running around and giant fortresses and visual effects and audio and the art team and just everyone's done
All the world building.
everything. Yeah, it's very, very cool. We're actually going around a very important area, which again I will not spoil here. Bismuth Grotto. This is just a cool little place. If you want to come hang out somewhere, do a little RP or whatever you're gonna do, this is the spot. Grotto. Let's see what's there's some other cool areas. Now you always try. Oh, I'm not gonna go across this bridge, and there's a reason for that, and I'll let you all figure that out.
Das war das
I don't want to spoil anything.
All right.
I will send my dog swimming though. Let's go, Fluffy.
Ich habe jetzt
Head over
nicht
here. Well,
aufgepasst, weil ich wieder nur in den Chat gucke.
Let's go to the public dungeon.
Doch, das ist das Haus.
Callanvale?
Okay, wild.
Yes. Let's talk about Callanvale Gardens. I just have to find it again, you know, when you hide everything so you don't spoil anything.
Hier hat jemand gefragt, ist
I think this is the right way.
Ist
Doing this live.
was? Ach so, okay, aber ich glaube, die Antwort war auf eine andere Frage mit Open World Difficulty. Finn actually talked about overland difficult options in the Reddit the other day.
Just lots of callbacks to things, but you know the public dungeons are always really. Oh, actually, world boss. Swing by there really quick. All right, let's go look at the third world boss.
How many world bosses are there in total?
3.
Three.
So 3 world bosses on this side, and then 3 on the other side.
Yeah.
So.
So when the when players break through the wall, is Solstice and then this new area of Solstice, will it be instanced or will they be able to just kind of like run back and forth?
You'll just be able to run right through it.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah. So this is all one zone. Yep. I know. This isn't really giving anything away, but I know some people have asked about like, hey, the wall's up and like the first part of the story
Habe ich jetzt auch gerade
references
in den
that
Chat
a lot.
geschrieben, dass ich gerne von hören will
And
und
how does
dafür
that all
nicht Reddit
work if the wall comes down,
lesen wollen
etc.
würde. Wenn das
So
in
there's a lot of
Update
things in
48
place that will
Stream
make it make
is.
sense, and I can go into it a little bit. I think, like I said, without spoiling anything. There's 2 parts to the wall falling. The event will breach the wall itself, so you have access in and out of it, but the wall doesn't actually come down until you do the main quest. So while you can go back and forth story-wise, it will all line up, and like I said, lore-wise it'll make sense, right? They're not going to say, hey, this wall's up here, and you're looking over and like, what wall are you talking about?
Sorry.
So yeah, so that's kind of how
To
you're
be
gonna
fair, it's in
experience
development
why,
and it
even if you
isn't
do the event
something
before the main
coming
story,
out
you'll still
before
have
the end
access
of
to
the year.
everything.
Ja, das ist doch Q4.
So hopefully that makes sense.
Echt.
Let's head over here. One of our friends
Ja,
that, again,
Dienstag ist Kai
without
dran.
spoiling
Der wird
anything,
zwar auch nicht viel mehr sagen,
I
aber
think I am
ich
headed
verstehe es nicht.
the right way. Oh, I know
Also,
where I'm going now. Okay.
ich habe ja mit gerechnet,
Another
aber
one of the
irgendwie
cool
verstehe ich
things
es nicht.
too is as you do the content here, very much in
Ist man
vein
hiervon
of the
gehypt? Ich weiß,
original
also
main
ich finde es,
story and how you gathered your allies up
vielleicht bin ich auch einfach gerade
to kind
wirklich
of
in letzter
make
Zeit
a
einfach
assault
zu
on something.
empfindlich.
We carry a similar theme here. So the more side stuff you do, including Western and Eastern Solstice,
Weil es ist ja
the
eigentlich das, was
more
immer war, ne? Also, aber ich weiß nicht, ob ich
reinforcements,
dann immer die
I can
Hoffnung
talk.
so
It's been a
hochschraube.
long week.
Und vielleicht
You'll
kommt ja auch
have
noch ein
throughout
bisschen was,
your
weil wir haben jetzt
kind of
50
the
Minuten
final
rum
battles and whatnot. So very
und
excited about
wir
that.
rennen gerade einfach nur über die Insel.
For those who I've seen this in chat a couple times. Oh, let me say hi to these guys. Hey, buddy. Shadow Walkers. That sure sounds familiar.
Public Dungeon, da bin ich wieder gespannt. Die gefallen mir ja immer.
Yeah. So here is the public dungeon. This is a really cool spot.
Sehen ja immer
Columndale
ganz
Gardens, where before the plane melt
schön
happened,
aus.
essentially a
Und da sieht man jetzt leider nicht so viel.
I guess a botanical garden, you could say, of
Yeah.
the Altmer.
Yeah.
And then bad stuff happened, and the worm cult showed up. Magic is afoot, and now we have to uncover what exactly is going on and how the Shadow Walkers, for anyone who's familiar with them, are involved in all this.
Ein Indrik tut es.
Again, not going to show too much, but just a very, very cool spot of the public
that's
dungeon.
cool.
Yep.
I like that.
Oder war es einfach nur ein Hirsch?
And I know we have a bunch of other stuff to chat about, so I don't want to take up too much time. Finn, is there anything you want to cover?
No, I mean, I think you got it, and I think that we hit on some of the big beats of like, you know, let's pay it forward the experiences that players have had, especially if you've been here from the beginning, or if you've done, you know, the main quest. We wanted to kind of reinforce that this year of like, this is a furthering of that story, and to harken back and to give people some nostalgia for where the game started, and you get to see a lot of the new tricks and tips that we've come up with over the years.
For people who are asking about the wall event, if you don't own Solstice,
I was just gonna.
there will be a way. Yeah. Do you want to cover it, or you want me to?
No. You go ahead, please.
Oh, so yeah, well, a lot of this stuff will be happening on Solstice Island itself. You will still be able to participate in a lot of the activities, because
there's stuff to do in base zones and stuff like that.
To kind of contribute.
Maybe
to it.
even base delves and stuff like that. Like, we have a lot of stuff that we so rest assured. I guess the point that we're trying to make is just that we thought of that, and it was very much front of our mind when we were talking about what this event was going to do, and how do players that don't have Solstice interact with it, and we wanted content for them.
Auch was ist mit den Sachen, wenn es wirklich einmalig ist?
Yeah, we hope that people are going to be, you know, a bit surprised by how much stuff there is to do, even if you don't have Solstice.
And another question I've been seeing popping up: the wall. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the wall does not respawn, right? Like, once it's down and broken through, like,
it is done.
There you go.
Done.
Yeah.
Like, I saw some people ask again, just to kind of reinforce and restate. There's two parts to the wall. I can pull up numbers. Oh my gosh. There's two parts to breaching the wall. There's the actual event, which when that happens, it is for your entire server, where you will open up access to go into the east and west as much as you want. No loading screen, anything like that. The wall as a whole won't actually come down until you do the story content. So if you aren't doing the story content yet, and you're kind of doing things in chronological order or whatever, and you just aren't got to it, you can still participate. It'll all make sense.
Logisch, aber
Yeah, and again, we're talking about doing just kind of like a one-off live stream in the next few weeks where we can give everyone a little bit more detail about Writhing Wall and how this whole event is going to work because
Also,
it
es ist
is
schön für
something
die
new that
Leute,
we
die es
haven't
halt
done
später
before.
machen.
So we want to make sure that
I,
everyone has a good
yeah.
understanding and can get in there and enjoy once it goes live next month.
Bin gespannt.
I think it
Man
all
kann ein
makes
bisschen
sense too. And then
Internet
when you actually engage with this on PTS, I believe we're starting
Ja,
it
aber
in
dann
Phase
wird es
3
so sein.
For
on
Am
on
Ende
Monday.
vom
Monday, yeah.
Event ist die Mauer
Yeah,
down, aber
Monday.
wirklich
So we're
down
gonna
ist er
start in
dann
Phase 3, which means
mit
the
der
Writhing
ersten Story
Fortress
im
that
neuen
Jason
Gebiet
jumped
und
to
dann
earlier.
kannst du halt
You're
auch,
going to
wenn
be
du
able to
später
take part
kommst,
in
die
that and see
Mauer
what
wieder
that's all about, and
einreißen.
then you're going to be able to have access to
Aber
the
er sagt ja,
to
es ist
Eastern
down für
Solstice.
alle.
Yep.
So
Good times. I'll be there. Not a chicken tender dance time, but I'll be there. Oh, I saw someone ask a question about the on live right now, the quest that's active. That was a bug. We didn't mean for it to go live early. So if you got that quest, you can either hold on to it or drop it. That is supposed to go live when the event itself goes live. So
you can't actually progress that quest, so it's not.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think you get
It's
stuck
not
at some
going to
point.
do much. Yeah, you're stuck,
Right.
so you can't really do much with it. So you're safe to drop it and be active again
Yep.
when the event goes live.
Yeah, and when we're
shoot.
talking
Oh,
about each server,
spoilers.
it's so there's a wall event
Get
for
wrecked, bro. Get wrecked.
No, run.
You got
Sorry, I was just trying to do a casual stroll.
You guys are the worst.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's going to be each platform and server. So there's the wall event on PCNA, and then a wall event on PCEU, and then Xbox NA, Xbox EU, etc.
Yeah, and I think that to kind of what Gina talked about earlier, and to just reinforce, well, first of all, not everybody has to. It's not that every person has to run through it in order to get the Eastern Solstice. It just has to be done once. Now, everybody can experience the event and the Rising Fortress and all that other stuff for themselves, but you don't have to in order to get access to Eastern Solstice. But the minute a server group progresses through it, it's going to be open for that server, so they can very much unlock at different times. And actually, I'm interested to see. I think we're taking bets internally on which
Who's going to be first?
Yep.
on which
Server, yeah.
which realm is going to do it first. I think
yeah.
I think the highest rate was PCEU, so PCNA or Xbox NA. You guys need to step up. Is all I'm saying.
PC
I want the
EU
long
is
odds are
highest.
Xbox EU, but you know what? We're gonna try. All right. I want to see you guys try and really push for that.
I think my money is on PCEU, even though I play on NA. I think they're gonna pull together.
I know.
I do.
I know. It's
All
a
right,
friendly competition. We'll put it that way.
Everything's a competition. All right. I think we are going to talk just a little bit about houses and in-game events real quick before we head to Wheeler to talk about combat and PvP. But huge thank you to Jason and Finn. Congratulations on your new roles. Thanks for kind of just showing us around this area.
Thank you.
And yeah, don't forget to hop on PTS on Monday, everyone. I'm sure they'll be in there running around.
Absolutely.
Dying a lot from cliffs.
Where, for both of you, where would you prefer people post any feedback or bug reports that they come across? On PTS.
The forum threads are usually my go-to. Yeah, forum threads are usually my go-to.
Forums.
But, streams are also good to watch too.
Yep. I will be. You'll see me a lot on the PTS forums once we go live. So I'll be there bugging people, asking for things if they find weird bugs and stuff like that. So probably get annoyed of me be around, but I'll be there.
Excellent. All right. Well, thank you guys again. And sure we'll be seeing a lot more of you.
See ya.
For good or bad.
So, jetzt sind wir mal gespannt, ob wir noch was
What you
erfahren.
need to do is
Jetzt ein busy.
mute this. There we
Ja,
go.
ein bisschen
Otherwise, I was just
erwartet
going to keep on
dürftig.
hearing
Leider
game noise.
keine Überraschung,
okay, so,
sondern Business
we
as
teased a little bit
usual,
about
finde
houses.
ich.
We're not going to really go into houses, like actually walking through it, but we did at least want to show you all a screenshot of each house that is going to be available. We'll be on the PTS as well. Where is it? Here we go. So this is the first house that is going to be available. These are both Crown Store homes. This is the
Somerset.
Druid Spring Conservatory, which looks
Druid. Okay.
beautiful. And the other house we have,
Mm.
which is my favorite, we've got the Cradle of the Worm Colossus. This is in Eastern Solstice. The conservatory house was in High Isle. This one is in Eastern Solstice, which looks like really badass, right?
Really bad.
This one's pretty. Like I could, just kind
Sorry.
of chill out here, put in a bunch of plants.
Boah,
But this
andere
one is
gefällt
like,
gefällt
whoa,
mir
It's very
gar nicht.
metal.
yeah,
Ich sehe da,
yeah, I love it.
ja.
All right, so that's all you get is just a little taste of this. Let's touch on in-game events. Jess, do you want to just kind of talk through the dates here?
Yeah, sure. So, as is always the case, the end of the year for
Gatrick
ESO, we
War
have a
kommt
lot of
wieder.
fun in-game events
Also
lined up. The
Morrowind,
first one is
Clockwork,
the
Somerset.
Undaunted event, which is coming on September 18th. Then we've got, let's see. Sorry, the screen isn't loading for me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Which
Muss
is
mal grad das
no, it's okay.
Notizen
It's working now.
nachmachen.
Okay.
Nicht
So
erschrecken.
the Writhing Wall is coming, like we said, on October 13th. And then Witches Festival is
Muss
after
ja
that in
nebenbei
late
auch ein
October.
bisschen das
Then we have the
Forum
Daedric War celebration
versorgen.
coming in late November. And then, of course, wrapping up, as we usually do, with
Also
New
nicht
Life
das Forum,
Festival
sondern
in mid-December. Plus, we also have some Battlegrounds
gab's
weekends, as we usually do.
Yep. Indeed. All right.
So
mein
very busy but
Discord.
fun.
Should we get Wheeler
Should
in
we?
here? Got a
Yes.
lot of people
I
asking.
know he's
what
been
about?
waiting patiently.
He has been waiting in the wings. Let's get him on in here. Brian Wheeler, thank you for joining.
Hi.
So,
Always hiding in the wings.
Wheeler, you also have a slightly new role. It's a lot of the
Yeah.
same, but a little bit different. Like, talk to us about being combat and PvP director now.
Yeah, it's mostly a lot of what I've been doing since
alle neue
way back.
Jobtitel.
A lot more meetings, a lot more pulled into a lot more discussions, like
Aber
studio-wide.
scheinen ein
I'm
bisschen
also
mehr
still the resident historian
verteilt
from
zu
one of
haben,
the
die
OG
oberen
designers from way
Führungsebene.
back.
Also, es klingt eher so,
But yeah, for
ne, so,
combat,
ich sag jetzt mal
it's
ganz
working
blöd
a lot with the
runtergetroffen.
combat gang.
Früher Rich,
Trying
dann
to get broader efforts
und
coordinated.
jetzt scheint
And
es
for
eine
PvP,
sehr
obviously it's similar to that
breite
as well, but still heavy on the
Riege
design
an
side.
höheren
On that, for
Entscheidungsträgern zu
PvP, we're trying to
geben.
explore more outside of Cyrodiil. I know there's been the bigger focus recently, but we're trying to see what else we can do per
Jetzt
patch.
Bob Ryan.
Similar
Das
to like
ist
how
gemein.
last patch we touched on some of the battleground queuing. We still have engineering looking at the battleground queuing as well, but we're trying to dot things in more and more as we possibly can. And so there's a lot more tracking, a lot more meetings, a lot more discussions. But also on the flip side of that, there's a lot more, I would say, like final calls that are going to be on my shoulders now. But we got a good team working with us. We got full combat team, full PvP team, lots of very extremely talented people on these, and hoping we can give you guys some really cool stuff coming up.
Excellent. Well, congratulations to
Lot of
you
work.
as well.
Thanks.
Yeah, it is a lot. I always find it funny when I hear all of you saying like, "Oh, I'm in more meetings." It's like you were already in a lot of meetings before, so I don't
Yeah.
know how there's more meetings now, but
Sollen arbeiten, nicht
Ja,
nur
There's so
Meetings
much
machen.
collaboration between the teams.
mhm.
That's a lot of what I deal with trying to get communication between various teams, and sometimes there's impasses. It's a creative environment, and I like to draw people's right brains out to make them think about things differently. Sometimes you got to obviously go left brain and be like, okay, logically we got to hit this, and this, but it's a lot of communication. My throat's tired. You can probably hear a little bit of it right now, but yeah, it's been pretty rough. But still,
you're doing
it's
good
all
work.
worth it.
Yeah.
Well, I try.
Um,
Appreciate it.
Okay, so let's start off talking a little bit about update 48 combat changes, because I know we are going to talk about PvP in just a second, but let's start off with just some combat stuff in 48.
Also
Yeah,
on the
for
PCast, right?
Yep, for 48 next week. It
Mhm.
will be a little light. I think we have a slide that kind of highlights some of the stuff on it,
We do.
but there are more like small fixes that we could possibly do because again, some of those broader initiatives are a big focus of the team, not just on PvP but on combat too. But there are some things here that are kind of important to call out. Some of this stuff actually was feedback from some of the Vengeance versions of abilities, like Whirlwind and Steel Tornado, getting a bit of an execute because people were like, "Ooh, this is really fun." And Vengeance, can we have that in the rest of the game? So we're seeing some actual dividends from that as well. Just even those tests of alternate versions of abilities, trying to pull in information that people like and pulling that into the rest of the game. Obviously, vice versa there with PvE and PvP balance still living together more broadly outside of Vengeance. We still have to worry about
Monster Set.
tuning abilities that
Kein
are
complete
overtuned
heavy
in
attack mehr,
PvE
sondern
can
einfach
be
nur
affected
Damage.
in
Geil.
PvP inside of like Battlegrounds and Imperial City as well as standard issue Cyrodiil. But you know the broader thing that the team is looking at here is sort of like bigger vision, obviously. We know that there has been some questions, consternation about obviously class identity with subclassing and fatigue over the past couple patches. Obviously, we're aware of that. We are working on a long-term plan that we're going to share with you, and it's going to start by circulating some surveys out there. So obviously, pay attention to your inboxes, pay attention to your emails. But we're trying
mir nur
to
erzählen, dass
get
es ein
more
Long
feedback
Way
from you
ist, wenn
guys.
sie
Get about
jetzt
what your pain
Feedback
points with your
holen.
class, with your abilities. How do you handle taking
Das heißt,
on
sie
the
haben jetzt
content that
gemerkt, die Leute beschweren sich und
Jason
dann, oh, müssen wir
Taylor just showed?
reagieren und
Is
ja, jetzt
either
dauert es auch wieder
tanking
6
or support
Monate.
or DPS.
Ich
So
raff's
we're going to be
nicht.
circulating some surveys on that stuff, and we'll get some more information about the broader plan on that. But this is sort of the route we're trying to go, trying to get as much information as we can, and trying to work with everybody on this. So it's kind of one of the newer efforts, and it's kind of what I was hinting at earlier with like those broader efforts. It's exciting. It's good stuff though. Working with community like crazy, working with our survey crew, all this stuff's. But that's what I mean by earlier, like all these conversations going on. It's a lot right now, but it's all for the best of the game.
Yeah. And when we were talking about things that are going on PTS with Update 48, Wheeler,
Also es
you
ist
were
schön,
saying
aber ich habe halt
that
Angst, dass es einfach so
it's
dauert.
largely bug fixing and not a lot of balance adjustments. Like we have kind of the notable
Yeah.
things here, but outside of this, there's not a ton more, right?
Right. Yeah. There are some other things we're looking at, like this is going to be an ongoing one with the pet cap limit with when subclassing came into effect. Obviously, we're still trying to make it so that necros, wardens, everybody can have their menagerie builds. But again, to explain why that cap exists, it's mainly to protect clients and the server from crashing. From like if everybody went into one zone and everybody had pets, like the maximum amount of pets in combat, that could be problematic. So that's why the cap is there. But we do understand pain points with that. We are working with engineering. We are trying to figure out ways that it can be a little bit more freeing for everybody to use their pets, because we know people like pet builds. It's fun. But there's like a couple, again, quality of life things in here too, like being able to use potions, food, and drinks while you're channeling or casting abilities, adding that in, fixing some of those issues too, where like if you know, now that everybody's on their mounts going into water, it exposed some other things. So we fixed like clearing out the effects from crouching invisibility when you're in water. So there's some bugs and exploits that are closed up. But yeah, overall, it's a smaller patch for us. But again, that's in lieu of the broader efforts that we're working on.
Yeah.
And again,
share
like,
really soon.
Yeah, we are going to share that info, and it is going to be a good long-term plan that we're trying to get out for you guys, because we know that's something that's been getting asked for too for a long time.
That is true.
The I guess the other thing it wasn't on that is that leaderboards outside of Cyrodiil leaderboards are going to be account-based. That's going to be new.
Ja, ich weiß, sie mögen es nicht, wenn ich so Dinge jetzt hier vielleicht schreibe, aber
because
ich verstehe es halt.
you look at things and you kind of wonder, Why have a Templar leaderboard when they could literally just have one Templar ability? Obviously, of course, before that, you could have, guild abilities, weapon lines, all that stuff. But like with subclassing, it really, really kind of hammered on that. It's also been a bit of a long-standing bugaboo that players have said. It's like, well, how come they can appear on a leaderboard 3 or 4 times? That's not really fair. So it's opening up a little bit more for more people to get on leaderboards too. So it's all part of like the evolution of the game. Those of us who have been on MMOs for forever, we know that it's something that evolves over time, and this is part of that evolution, which is really cool, actually.
Yeah. All right, let's get into PvP, because I know there's a lot of things that you want to cover here too, both with the upcoming Vengeance test and then even beyond that. So why don't you start with the test at the end of the month? It's in like 2 or 3 weeks, right?
Yeah. It'll be September 22nd through 29th. It'll be all platforms again.
And this is the Vengeance PvP test.
Yes.
Yeah,
correct.
The Vengeance campaign.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm in Vengeance in game right now on one of our servers, so everybody can recognize the green sky. Coming up for this test, again, we're looking more at the overhead of skill lines added. So we're adding Major's Guild.
Bin mir relativ sicher. Die haben jetzt Angst durch Update 47 bekommen und den ganzen Backlash, den sie bekommen haben. Für PvE, weil sie Banner genervt haben, weil sie... Jetzt haben sie Angst, was falsch zu machen, also lassen sie es wieder und machen jetzt erstmal Umfragen. Ich check's nicht.
And this is also going to be one of the tests where we're turning on.
Ist es besser, als vielleicht jetzt alles zu verhunzen? Ich weiß es nicht. Aber alles verhunzen ist halt so, es waren jetzt 6 Monate Zeit.
On this test as well. But achievements should be turned on, titles should be turned on, mount selection, and collectibles that are allowed to be inserted. Obviously, things like mementos are still, outlawed. Those like pets, vanity pets and stuff, they're still outlawed, but whatever collectibles are allowed are turned back on. And that is it for 47.
Slowly adding things back in with each test.
Yeah, and again, we're going to send out surveys after each test. The participation in those surveys has been stellar. We've been getting a lot of feedback, a lot of answers. And from test 1 to test 2, a lot of
Bin ich mal gespannt,
metrics
wie sie es hinschaffen.
Now that we included the console players, they also were like, love having a lag-free experience, love that it's kind of
ich habe tatsächlich im zweiten Test deutlich mehr Lags als im ersten. Ersten fand ich irgendwie lustiger für die eine Woche. Kam es mir auch deutlich mehr bevölkert vor.
PC player feedback from the first test, so that's good. We'll see how this test goes coming up in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Now, Brian, when we were talking about these tests a little before this stream, was it this one or the next one after that merchants will be back in? Because I know there were some questions about the golden not being available. It's the next one. Okay.
Which we're going to show some.
And speaking of the next one,
Right.
Yep.
So
we've got 2 lined up, and he's going to talk about the one after the one we just talked about.
Yeah. So again, literally the stuff we just talked about is coming up in a couple weeks. What we're going to show in game, if I'm assuming we're seeing me in game now.
Yes.
Yep.
So obviously Sky's still green.
Kai gesagt
It's
hat,
going to be
weiß
green as long as we're doing
Dienstag
this test to really hard signify that we are still in test mode.
Aber ich glaube,
but
das nur
this is going to be something that everybody's going to be noticing right away when you load in. Some of the feedback that we got from obviously test number 1 was a desire for more build variety, more ways to customize your character, and part of the problem with that is a lot of the things that people have that they use to customize their character, their combat experience, item sets, all the skill line options with morphs and passives, CP, etc., all that stuff stacked up is literally part of the problem why there is lag. So we had to find an alternate scenario to cut down on the math, but still try to give you some of this build variety out there. So when you get in, there's going to be 2 new systems in 48 that we're introducing. One is called loadouts, others is called perks. So when you get in, obviously this is tutorial territory. It's showing you that a loadout is basically a different suite of stats for your character. Soldier, which is our default, aka the stats that everybody's been used to. From I have Emperorship. Sorry, I don't have Emperorship. Ebonheart has Emperorship right now, which is why this is not just straight up 70k. But each loadout is basically a suite of stats, as well as a suite of some preset abilities. You can obviously change the abilities out as you want as you're roaming around, but this also echoes a lot of feedback we had from players of they like to get in and go, but there was still a little bit of like, well, I zoned in and my
Idee
bar's
finde ich
empty, I gotta
gut,
set stuff up.
dass man erstmal keine
So
Skills
this
selber
is an attempt
setzen
at kind
muss,
of
sondern
tackling
so ein
both of
bisschen
those.
Pre-Setup
And you can see
wählen
on the
kann und
side
dann
the
immer noch
differences
ändern
of
kann.
the stat changes, and we have a little bit of adjustments here for you.
Diesmal aber nicht alle
These can
gleiches
all be
Leben
equipped
und etc., sondern
quickly, readily, without needing to have a reload of your screen or anything like that. There is a little bit of a cooldown, as you're seeing at the bottom, just to, you know, protect the server, obviously. But all of these things can be switched while you're in your alliance bases or in your home bases when you first zone in. The flip side of this is perks.
Cool.
So perks are passives that you can get that are lightweight on the server. They're pretty much, as we call them, hard-coded, where like we make an ability and then we hand it over to our engineers and they're like, okay, we can code it so it is not intensive. They come in 3 colors, red, yellow, and blue, and you can just drag and change them as you go. These are all going to be on PTS next week. So we're going to have Vengeance up and running on PTS for the first 2 weeks. The first week is just going to be a lot of, you know, just toy around, check stuff out, see what you feel about it.
nicht für,
Week 2,
ich finde
we're
das
going
für
to be testing a bunch of
PvP
commands to
vielleicht
turn
ganz
things on and
okay.
off as we need to, in case when we're in the 48 test in December. If we
Aber
find
damit
that, like,
machst du es
something's
halt, also
causing some
so
lag
gut
issues,
es
we can be like, okay,
einfachst
shut
es
that
vielleicht
system off or
machst
shut
mit
that
den
system
Skill
off.
Packs,
It may entail
machst du
shutting
da
off
halt jetzt
these
schon
systems.
wieder
It may entail shutting off loadouts and
den
perks.
Zugang
But
wieder
we're going to
irgendwie
see
wild.
and get the stuff out there. But right now, it's about 15 perks per color to give a bunch of different variety. Again, perks you can change while you're in your home locations. But abilities, you can obviously swap that out as you're roaming around the wilds.
Okay,
You
aber
don't
die
need to worry
Perks
about
kann
being back
man
in your
nur
home
in der
location for
Basis
that.
ändern und Skills wie immer halt auch außerhalb.
So that's perks, obviously,
That's cool.
and the tutorials are all popping up because we're trying to get a whole bunch of more tutorials in there.
Ja,
But
das ist jetzt
this
halt
is what I was
schon
talking about earlier.
wild.
There's the armor lines. There's the Fighters Guild, Mages Guild lines. So again, these are going to be in the test coming up in 47. And outside of perks, there's a new inventory tab. The gang's been busy. I'm telling you, they've been putting in the work. Because before, obviously, in your standard issue itemization, you were like, oh my God, where's all my stuff? Because these vengeance items were initially mixed in. And it was like kind of confusing. So we added a new tab and kind of filtered everything out. Obviously, you can see also that in 48, scatter shots back. And these right now have a cost, but sorry, they have a gold value, but they're eventually going to be just 0 cost. You can see obviously the recall stones are in as well for 48. So we've been listening, been seeing the feedback out there, trying to get more items in there, more ways for you to do your warfare.
Ja, hier schreibt's auch schon einer.
But yeah, everything else is back on. I know that people
Klingt fast irgendwie mit den Packs danach.
So
Irgendwann werden wir
pretty much everything is back
keine
on
so,
in 48.
hey,
The one
Volkspassive.
in
And we're going to
December,
be
yeah.
testing. And that's in December. That's going to be December 3rd through the 8th is just going to be Vengeance. But on the back half of that, from the 8th through the 15th on PC and 17th on consoles, we're going to have Greyhost open with it.
I know a lot
Also,
of people
another
have been
point of
asking for
feedback.
that. Yeah, just to
Yep.
kind of
Right.
give it a try.
Also ich finde es gut,
Yep,
weil viele
yep.
danach
So we're gonna
schreien,
be
aber
looking
ich
at feedback, and I
denke
can't
halt,
help
es
but
wird halt
not
noch
pet my
weniger
dog.
los.
Sorry.
Also
and
ja, aber
48. I think that wraps up everything. Ignore the errors. You're not going to see that stuff on your screen. That's dev visibility only. But yeah, vendors are back on. Quests are back on. Leaderboards, like, we're trying to get as much back in there as we can to make sure we can test. Do systems have overhead that we were not seeing, or which we knew about maybe? And then for 49, which we don't have a date for yet, we're going to be testing something else that a lot of players have been asking about, which is, this is going to be in 2026. And I guess this is another example of how far we have to think ahead as devs. Like, when I was explaining this type of stuff to Jess and Gina, they were like, you have to think 6 months to a year out all the time. I'm like, yep, and 3 months back almost all the time too. It's crazy. But yeah, 49, we're going to be testing damage output versus healing output. We know that's been another question of players, especially in Vengeance.
keine Ahnung.
We're going to be looking at upping the cap on damage abilities. But, we're going to be paying close attention, obviously, to performance. And if we see that causes some issues, we have server settings where we can dial that back, possibly finding another number other than the cap of 3. But if that doesn't result in, decent, okay performance while having damage outpace healing, we'll look at other things, like either making damage abilities cost less or making damage hit harder. But we are aware that in Vengeance, with the way things are set up right now, a lot of the feedback has been, well, it's kind of a numbers game, and if you're even numbers, it just kind of sits there stalemated until other numbers come along and help. So that's going to be part of the 49
Healing
test.
and damage.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, this is really cool. So you have the next 3 steps planned out, even into next year. That's great.
Yep. And this is all accessible, in the
Ich hoffe, dass sie
channel
soweit planen.
overview. There's a new
Also die arbeiten ja
section of
jetzt,
Vengeance,
also
loadouts and perks.
die arbeiten ja schon
And
im
the kind of theme
nächsten
of this is
Jahr.
like, Soldier, they're well-rounded. Vanguard, they're more frontline fighter. Battle medic support. Scout can be kind of seen as several things. That can either be seen as somebody to literally run around and scout and report back information a little bit better, but
Ja, ich weiß nicht, ob ich dieses Video hochladen sollte.
the stealthy vibe when people pick.
Ich fühle mich gerade, ich bin nicht gebrochen, aber ich bin einfach wieder mal geschwärmt. Also nicht wegen PvP. Da habe ich jetzt auch nichts wirklich Krasses über erwartet. Ich wusste, es kommt eine Testkampagne erstmal noch. Bla bla bla, aber ich weiß halt nicht, wenn du dann wieder eine normale PvP-Kampagne anhast. Ich weiß halt nicht, wo die Daten herkommen sollen, gerade was dann Leck angeht, wenn halt wenig Leute da sind. Beim letzten Mal waren für mich schon deutlich weniger Leute dabei. Und wenn du jetzt noch eine andere Kampagne aufmachst, ich finde es schade, dass man hat vorhin mal was zur Q vom BGs gesagt, mehr auch nicht, dazu nichts hört. Dann heißt auch alles, was Balancing angeht, ja, wird eher kleiner. Über die Open-World-Schwierigkeit haben wir gar nichts jetzt gehört. Da hieß es halt, ja, guck halt das Reddit in Us Everything, wo wahrscheinlich zumindest hat Jin ist geschrieben, dass halt mehr dann in der Zukunft kommt. Da will man dann auch nochmal am Wochenende reingucken. Aber
this is not just what the PvP team's only working on. We have other stuff.
Da war Finn im Hintergrund.
49. We'll get to that when we get to that.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, you all have definitely been busy. Again, that sound was me opening a new browser window. I'm trying to see who is streaming right now so we can raid, and I didn't realize it wasn't muted, so that was my mistake. So everything that Wheeler showed in game. This is going to be on PTS, but this new UI and the loadout and the perks and everything, that's not until the December test. That's not going to be in the September test, correct?
Yeah,
What?
this stuff is not going to be in September. This stuff
Hä?
will be on PTS Monday, and
Hä?
PTS is going to have Vengeance up for 2 weeks. And then in December, this stuff will be in the playtest publicly.
Okay.
Out on live, not publicly, but you know what I mean. Yeah.
Hey, one other thing. I know the stuck in combat bug, that's kind of just, it's been a thing for a while, right? And I think you were saying that during Vengeance, a lot of folks were saying that it isn't nearly as bad, or almost isn't even there.
Almost not
during
existent,
those tests,
right?
yeah.
Yep. And that's not to say that we're looking at that as the solution, obviously.
Ja, ich lese auch gerade im Chat. Quality of
We
Life.
did deploy
Update
some
48.
stuff
Kriegen wir irgendwas?
a couple
Companions,
patches ago, but we didn't wanna,
Kartenspiel,
like, it was a lot of back end
Housing,
logic, and we were like,
ESO Plus.
the only place we can really test this is the live environment, similar to what we've said in the past, where the only place we can actually get Cyrodiil's performance to do what it does that players report is the live environment. So we have seen a little bit of improvement with that, with like the standard campaigns, but obviously we're still gonna be looking into that stuff. But in Vengeance, it's again also tied to the fact that abilities are simplified. There's less lingering effects on.
Also ja, Montag ist der PTS, bla bla bla, aber es war auch immer Quality of Life.
Smaller and smaller calculations going through the server, therefore smaller and smaller, or fewer, I guess, opportunities for the server to get stuck on something and report, no, you're still in combat, when you actually, you know you're not. You're just trying to get from point A to point B.
Yeah.
But we're still looking at it, obviously.
Awesome. Yeah, I will say I see a lot of people asking about, quality of life stuff. Aside from the zone, what we talked about here, it honestly is a little bit lighter than some of the previous updates. The team has been really focused on a lot of stuff that's coming next year. It's not super satisfying to be like, oh, it's next year things, but there are a lot of really cool things that are in progress that we're excited to get into once we start talking about everything coming next year. So remember, we were saying at the beginning of this year, it's kind of a transition period for us, and this is kind of heading towards the end of that transition and moving into things that are going to be happening next year. So I just kind of wanted to address that because I did see a lot of people asking.
Yeah, and part of that is, the long-term plan that we're trying to get shared with everybody, and that's part of this new direction too. So should be a lot of fun. Looking forward to seeing.
Ja, was für ein Plan? Dann zeigt ihn doch.
Not just for Vengeance, but for combat.
Wie lange lasst ihr uns denn warten mit What-Plan, Long-Term-Plan?
That brings us towards the end. I am looking for somebody.
Verstehe es nicht.
I kind of would like to give some love to somebody who hasn't been rated before, actually. I think I have my eye on somebody here. Yeah, I think we're good. Again, I think the next stream we're going to be talking about Writhing Wall and just giving some more details on that. We'll let you all know when that's going to be. Probably towards the end of this month, maybe even beginning of October, but we'll let you all know as soon as we have a date locked in. But otherwise, PTS on Monday, everything that you saw here with Jason and Finn when they were running around, that'll be available. Phase 3 of Writhing Wall will be available on PTS, along with testing some stuff for upcoming Vengeance tests. So we definitely hope you'll hop in and give us some feedback. Otherwise, happy
Just
Thursday.
For PC and console too.
Yeah. Patches next week, and all the guild history will be back on. Jess, I think I remember seeing this, but please tell me if I'm wrong. When we turn guild history back on, it'll include all the history from when it's been off, right?
Yes. Excellent. Yep. We confirmed that with dev team the day that we turned it off. Everything is getting logged still on the back end. It's just not visible to players. What we ended up turning off was basically calls to the history that is being logged. So it's still there. They're just the calls from server, the client, to that history to show up in the guild history is not turned on. So nothing's lost.
Good to know. All right. Well, big thank you to Wheeler, and again, congratulations on your new role. And
thank you, appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you all
for
so
all the
much.
work you do too.
Yeah, no, thank you. And thanks to everybody in
thanks,
chat
Al.
for hanging out today, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time. And I think
See you in our PTS next week.
yeah, I am gonna raid. I'll give her a heads up because it's about to happen. We're gonna raid Tamer's Shadow. I don't think we've ever been able to raid her before, so I'm gonna take advantage while she's online. Hopefully she stays online and isn't about to log off. Yeah, I saw her in chat. She's like, oh no, yeah, it's coming. So get ready. Yeah, thanks so much for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time.
Thanks, Al.
Ist es? Ja. Wow. Ich kann mal kurz darüber, um zu gucken.
Shish, welcome in. Thank you so much for the follow. Wait,
Freuten die sich jetzt
is
schon?
Say in there? Say no, help me! Hey, that's Madame Diablo as well. Oh my goodness. Get those shoutouts for my two girlies here, Madame Diablo and Sinira. Go make sure you drop them both a follow.
Ja, hallo, ja, das war die Vorschau. Und es tut mir leid. Es tut mir leid. Ich check's nicht. Ich habe mit Verantwortlichen nach Update 47 gesprochen. Da hieß es, ja, du weißt doch, wir reagieren immer mit einem Patch-Verzögerung. Update 47. War doch klar, dass nicht so viel gebalanced wird, dass so viel passiert. Bla, bla. Jetzt kommt, ja, wir haben einen größeren Plan. Ach, übrigens, für den größeren Plan, den wir ja schon haben, werden wir aber noch die Spieler befragen und werden ihn dann präsentieren. Also ich finde es gut, dass sie es machen. Versteht mich da wieder nicht falsch, bitte. Das ist das gleiche wie Update 47. Ich finde es gut, dass der Banner genervt wird. Ich finde es, ne, es hätte noch deutlich mehr genervt werden müssen, beziehungsweise noch besser, hätte mehr gebufft werden müssen. Ich verstehe nur dieses Langsame einfach nicht. Du hast so viel Potenzial. Auch dieser Stream heute. Du rennst da ein bisschen rum. Also ich meine, ich bin ja auch auf dem Stream nicht unbedingt die hypendste Person überhaupt, aber uff. Du zeigst nichts von deinen Quality of Life Features. Das heißt, es wird nichts Großartiges passieren am Montag. Und ich verstehe es nicht. Weil ja, das Jahr ist viel passiert, aber es ist ja nicht so, dass das jetzt vor 2 Wochen alles programmiert wurde. Das steht ja seit letztem Jahr fest und daran wird gearbeitet. Und ich schaff's nicht. Also, ich schaff's nicht. Also, ich verstehe es nicht. Ich verstehe das Marketing nicht. In 'nem Multimillionenunternehmen. Ich check's nicht. Aber ja. Tja. Ob ihr dieses Video jemals sehen werdet, weiß ich nicht. Wenn. Hi, mein Name ist Saint Crow. Ich streame auf Twitch. Hauptsächlich ESO. Und natürlich auch weiter ESO, aber ich bin gerade ein bisschen konsterniert. Hab zwar nicht mit viel gerechnet, aber eigentlich habe ich gerechnet mit, dass gesagt wird, ja, das zeigen wir, ne? Der Stream guckt am Montag, aber jetzt schon gesagt wird, es passiert wenig. Wird zwar einige freuen, weil viele haben sich ja Update 47 beschwert, dass sich Dinge geändert haben. Das verstehe ich halt nicht, aber gut, ne, kann ja jeder darf ja auch jeder seine Meinung haben und ich ist ja auch nicht, dass ich sage, ich habe Recht. Ich verstehe es nicht. Und mir kann es, glaube ich, auch keiner erklären. Ich werde nochmal das Gespräch auch mit Kai suchen. Aber er wird auch nicht viel sagen können. Ja, Riding Wall Event, ich habe es immer noch nicht ganz kapiert, ehrlicherweise. Ist jetzt am Ende von dem Event die Mauer down? ist die Mauer erst down, wenn ich die Main Quest mache. Ich hab's nicht ganz kapiert. Ähm, ja, Zone sah gut aus. Also, ich meine, es ist halt Sonnenwende, ne? Sonnenwende, andere Seite. Statt dem Strandpart hast du ein bisschen kaputten Part. Es geht schon, also, aber es war jetzt halt auch nix, wow, irgendwie dabei. Ist wirklich ein bisschen zerstörter, überrannter irgendwie vorgestellt. Ja, und beim Rest müssen wir gucken, was passiert. Mal gucken, ob sie jetzt auch im PTS das, Ulti wie bekommt man Ulti-Thema noch mal angehen. Da hatten sie ja jetzt mit Update 47 versucht, was zu ändern. Dann haben die Spieler gesagt, nix gibt's. Und dann haben sie so ein bisschen zurückgerudert. Ähm, ja, wir haben leider von der Open-World-Schwierigkeit, wie gesagt, gucken wir am Wochenende mit dem Reddit-Ding, ob da halt irgendwas Interessantes drin ist und beim Rest, ja. Bin ich halt mehr gefragt, schönen Content zu liefern. Ja, danke fürs Reingucken. Äh, schaut gerne bei mir auf Twitch vorbei. Habe auch manchmal bessere Laune. Und wir sehen uns. Ciao, ciao.